Alright, and it should be live. Just gotta pull up my chat, as I usually do. Alright. So, where I left off, I've done some exploring, some adventuring, some looking around, and got some new Pokemon, got some new evolutions unlocked. Unlocked, that's not the right word, but you get my point. I have gone back and I've brought Lupin back into our group. I have learned that I need to come to terms with the adult that my young baby boy has become, and just I can't. I need to love him for who he is. So he's back on the party. We're gonna go forward. I've got my sleigh all fully leveled up. Hey Richard, welcome to the stream. Just figured I'd go live. I was actually going to give the rest of the day for my voice to continue healing. You can kind of hear that it's still a little scratchy, but I don't have too many more days off, and god dang it, I want to get farther in this game before I have to go back to my prior schedule, because unfortunately the work that pays the bills, I need them to start paying me again. Anyways, on my way out, while I was out wandering around, I managed to find the new Graveyard, which is easily, so far, from the Pokemon I know, my favorite new addition. So I absolutely threw him into my party, and I'm not gonna lie, I am this close. I am just like one finger pinch of push away from going all in on the Doggo team. I've got a Rockruff now. I would probably keep Cletus in, just because of the typing, and obviously I have come to terms with the place of Lupin in the party. And Richard, you know I'm keeping you around. So Slay might be traded out for a Rockruff. And if I get a Mightyana, Cletus might have to go for that as well. What are you? Oh, little mushroom boy. Little mushroom boy, can you get out of here? Hope you're doing well. I am doing fairly well. Still have that sore throat I mentioned on Twitter myself. Yeah, for whatever reason, mine tore me up too. I love that they're still just like, nah, it's Clive. You can't deny it. You know Clive when you see him. Hey, hold on, what was Clive? Clive was Southern. I went for like a terrible Southern accent because that's about the only thing I can do as far as any accent. They're all terrible. I suck at them. I don't remember what I went with it, though. Hey, it's you, Ian. Clive? Yeah, it's me. Clive, the normal academy student. I can't remember what I went for with him other than it was Southern. Anyway, Ian, I owe you one. Thanks to you, I've been accepted into Operation Starfall. Why did you join, though? I need answers. That's all there is to it. How do I resolve the situation with Team Star? What's causing its members' odd behavior? Is this odd for Team Star? Team Star is... Clive! Hey! Clive's here! Hey, should I be pronouncing that Cage or Kage? I think I went with Kage last time because the weeb in me was just all kinds of Naruto on it. The doctor, the friend... Oh, what? Oh, the doctor, the friend I live with, mentioned influenza and will probably be spreading a lot because of Thanksgiving. I absolutely believe that. So I'm guessing a lot of people will have sore throats around now. Kage! Okay, so it is Kage. The Naruto weeb in me was leaning into the right direction. Team Star is the subject of more than a few nasty rumors swirling around the academy, you know? Some say their bullying has caused... I'll figure out the voice as we get further in. I'll find something and I'll get into my groove. Some say their bullying has caused a worrying number of students to drop out of school. Others say they're holed up in their bases, plotting to cause trouble for the academy. But these are rumors. The matter I am directly confronted with is something else. I'm talking about Team Star's persistent truancy. I, as a fellow student, know that it is not proper for them to be skipping class, and they have been doing so for a while now. 5 of them in particular, the so-called bosses of Team Star, haven't so much as set foot inside a classroom for over a year. Meanwhile, I don't even know how many days I've been there, but I haven't even gone back. They let me loose and I just ran. And it seems the team's rank and file have recently started stirring up mischief as well. That's why I took it upon myself to issue a direct order to Team Star to disband. I informed them that should they refuse, I would have no choice but to expel all students affiliated with their team. Clive, hold up. What authority do you have to expel students? You're just a student just like me. But I'm afraid there's been no response, and the deadline I set for them to make their choice between dissolution or expulsion is nigh upon us. So you see, when I overheard you talking on the phone to Cassiopeia, it couldn't have come at a more crucial time. The rotator. Hello? It's Cassiopeia. Can you hear me? Another time then. Be careful. Hey, Cassiopeia. I see you're coming up on one of Team Star's bases. Was there someone with you just now? Nah, just me right now. Well, be warned that Team Star will have its guard up after losing one boss to you already. This base won't go down as easily as the last one. Proceed with extreme caution. I'll be in touch. Alright, well, as we're going forward, I remember this one requires a party of 3. They all kind of do. And I screwed it up bad last time. I can assume, looking at the greens and the purples, that the element at play is going to be primarily poison. And it's hard to tell what that's going to mean. However, I do know I want to lead. I want to lead with Richard, actually. But I think these are the 3 up front we're going to go with. We got Richard, Ash, Cletus. Cletus is just because I don't have much of a better option. I could bring Rockruff in, and frankly, that wouldn't be... oh, no, it's Lycanroc now. And that wouldn't be too bad. But I don't remember what his level is, and I'm not going to bother running in to check. We got the Slay, so we at least have the same type as them to try and mitigate some damage if we get caught up in any of that. So I'm going to push forward, get the battle going. And at some point, I need to explore what's going on out here. Do me a favor and go home already, will ya? No! I want to see the boss of the Navi squad. Take me to Don Atticus. Like I said, kid, the boss told me not to let any outsiders pass these gates. That includes you. I don't care. I'm not leaving till you let me talk to Don Atticus. Gotta respect the short guy's gumption to just push on through. Give me a break, you little doofus. People over there seem to be arguing about something. What are you gonna do? Hey guys, problem? Oh great, here comes another rando to ruin my day. I didn't think grunt work for Team Star newbies would be this much of a chore. Hold on, Mr. Grunt. I think this boy might be Ian. Wait, Ian? The kid who picked a fight with Team Star? I suppose technically? I knew it! Whoo boy, this ain't good! Everyone else in the base is still asleep since we were up all last night playing video games. Oh my god, the most relatable character. Leave him to me, Mr. Grunt. I'll buy some time for you to go wake up the others. Hold up, this guy's actually working with Team Star now? I was all excited because he was like pushing him around. Don Atticus will be in danger if no one's here to defend the base. Oh, I owe that man my life. He's my dear compadre. And when crisis calls, one has no choice but to rally to those dear to him, no matter the cost. You know what? I still gotta say, I respect the character he's showing. Yeah, but I have no idea what you're on about, kid. But thanks for the assist. All right, you villain. If you're after Don Atticus, be prepared to face my wrath. Hold up. Discretion is the better part of valor, as the saying goes. A wise choice. Oh wait, I didn't think that was like, hey, we're not fighting. I thought that was like, hold up, let me talk to you. Let me do the talk no jutsu. Look, if this is where we're going, bring it on. He is getting himself hyped. Young man's name is Yosef. Speaking of getting yourself hyped, I had put out a short just before going live because I had just wrapped it up. I have no idea why the Dark Lord algorithm has decided to... we're not going to terrestrialize. Has decided to play approval for my recent short. But in like the 5 minutes since I put it up and before I started the stream, last I looked it was like 900 views. I don't know what I did in that one that was so much better than anything else I put out. But apparently the algorithm said, yo, hold up, this is the shit. So, things happened and the Dark Lord has smiled upon me. Richard, I shall thank you for this. Your offering to the last video I uploaded must be paying dividends. Also, I realized after watching... Okay, so the last video I did was the Ready or Not video, which by the way is a really fun game and we're playing it a lot. I had some 4 hours of footage and I realized in the middle there's like a 45-second clip that was not supposed to be in there, but I watched it as I edited it. I watched it after I edited it. I watched it once after I uploaded it, and I missed that during every section. And then a friend of mine brought it to my attention that a portion that I was supposed to remove stayed in. And at this point, I'm too late and too lazy to correct the error. Don Atticus, I'm sorry. I failed you. Hey, Ian, you alright? I was standing back when I heard a ruckus. All of a sudden, I got worried that maybe something had happened to you over here. No fair. You had backup the whole time? Yosef, did you see this guy do anything? Backup showed up after the fact, man. I kicked your face in myself. Is this the boy one of the Academy students? He don't look like he's from Team Star. You're right. I'm not a member of Team Star, but Don Atticus is my compadre. I have to see him, no matter what. Clearly, you've got reasons for being here. Ian, I'd like to ask this boy some questions. You go ahead and get started on the base. Might I borrow you for a chat, my man? Don't worry, I won't bite. Ro-to-to-to-to-to-to. Nice work dealing with the guards. Within that base lies Team Star's poison crew, the Navi Squad. Their boss, Atticus, designs the outfit for the team. You could say he has clever hands. Cassiopeia, I don't like the implication of that. Anytime people get handsy, or their workmanship with their hands is the only thing that people talk about. It doesn't not get sexual. And then you follow up with this line. The guy's also a bit of an eccentric. You can never tell what he's going to do next. So, since it's beyond us to predict how he'll respond to our declaration of war, just take out as many of the squad's Pokemon as you can until Atticus shows his face. Ring the bell on the gates once you're ready to kick off this phase of the operation. Time to wipe out the Navi Squad. Time to wipe the Navi Squad off the map. The algorithm is weird with shorts. Some of mine get literally 3 views, some of them do well. I'm more uploading the ones I do just to understand the algorithm for them. I don't even, necessarily play the game with the shorts because I do so few of them and I don't want to make them the crux of the content I make. I will do them if I think I have something that I could clip together in less than a minute, like I did with the last one. I had that bit where I called out the fact that we're literally the jerk rival within the main line of the game right now, as my understanding of it. We're at least, if nothing else, showing some serious sociopathic tendencies. And so I was like, I could probably clip that down to a minute. Alright, I think our party layout's pretty decent. So yeah, that was the whole reason I uploaded it, and then I see it blowing up, and I'm just like, God, what do I even do off of that? Some kid lucked out beating one of our sister squads, and now he thinks he can take us on? Time to give him the boot, gang! Let's show this Gatecrasher what Team Star can do. And if you're listening, Gatecrasher, know this. Unless you can beat 30 of our Pokemon in 10 minutes, our boss won't lift a finger to deal with the likes of you. You're giving me 10 minutes? That's very generous. Alright, Richard, we're leading with you. Get in there. Ash going off this direction. Where's another run? Where's another run? There we go. Head off this way. Got some ghosty boys. You guys aren't even getting damaged. You're just tearing through them. The problem I'm having isn't going to be defeating the Pokemon. It's going to be finding 30 of them. There we go, Ash. Get out that way. Oh, the frames! The frames are falling. Oh, we got some problems out this way. Get in there. Cletus gonna go in. Show us how he does his fishing. Oh, and Ash goes to fight the bugs. That's not gonna be too long. Yeah, I gotta say, I think my my party layout was pretty on point. Alright, that one's not as decent, so we're going to send Ash in there for backup. Although I think we're going to be there no problem. Yeah, we're going to hit that line in under 3 minutes. 10 minutes was beyond generous. Oh, he's way above our level. We got to get the boss. I mean, you guys could have just started with the boss. Would have been nice. Okay, so now I understand what the whole, vehicle thing's about. The engine Pokemon is somehow... Yeah, that's the engine Pokemon. The rest of the vehicle is built around it. But I don't know if the rest of the vehicle has anything to say with changing the typing of a Pokemon. Either way, I love it. We got some really good music going on again. Pray forgive my sudden entry. 'Tis I, Atticus. You're that scoundrel Ian, I take it. You have some nerve bearing your fangs at Team Star. Come then, villainous wretch. A plunge into the grim poison shall be your well-deserved fate. On guard! Man, in order to voice him, I got to get a little physical with like posings and hand motions to kind of give that feel of fanciness. Despite the fact that he is absolutely dressed as a poison ninja. He's talking like a French fencer, but he's wearing like hardcore Eastern ninja garbs. Not but punishment awaits thee. Well, we're just gonna ride the bulldoze. Certain moves can poison with mere graze. Tremble, scoundrel, for something about my Pokemon and poison. The only thing I'm gonna have to worry about is the explosion that follows after the Skuntank. Is it not gonna do the thing? Yeah, I guess we're just still riding far. We're gonna keep Richard in for the long haul. He's doing work. I need a good ninja Pokemon so that I can take Arcana's name and throw it at my new Hokage. But I don't know if we have any in this game. At least none I've come across yet. I have found a few with some fun characterizations to them, but nothing jumps out at me as ninja. Alright, now we've got Revavroom coming in. Which is interesting, because now we have the engine on the engine. Your V8 just became a V16. I'll be honest, looking at the expression, though, of the top one, almost makes me think that the first one, the one that is the vehicle, is almost like brain dead or tortured or something. I feel bad for it. You think to give me a taste of mine own power? I don't know if it's a taste of your own power. I'm not poisoning anyone. Okay, that was kind of rough. And then the poison. I mean, that's good damage. Do I keep Richard in and just heal him? Okay, the toxic debris. Didn't see that coming. That's going to be a little bit of a rough one. Alright, it was enough damage. I was hoping the poison wouldn't be enough to take him out. I think I know an evolution that is closest in this game. Oh? It's not Lupin, is it? Because I kind of got the feeling that Lupin was kind of weirdly a mix of like Jester and Assassin. Wouldn't necessarily call that ninja, but if it's not that one, I'm curious what you think it is. Alright, I know Ash is going to be rocking in with some Dig. That's not going to be too bad in this scenario. Oh, and I did evolve the Toad School Pokemon. I'll be honest, I love the look of the Tentacruel version that it evolves into. But oddly enough, I think without that fun little march that he does, it's not the same feeling. Like, the Pokemon in battle looks just fine, but I send him out to walk around and he just does like weird hopping maneuvers. Meanwhile, in his prior form, he's got some crazy goose stepping going on, and I find that hilarious. Nope, I think the closest may be Nimble's evolution. Nimble, I think I might... Either I've come across one and I didn't catch it, or I might have caught one. I'll have to look at my box. And if I don't have one, maybe I'll go out and catch one just for the namesake. Alright, can't go for another Dig. The other Dig is going to be possibly too long. No, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to go for it. It might be too long, but if it doesn't do the 27 damage in one round of it, will at least survive the second round long enough to strike it. This would be the worst decision I could take if I was doing a Nuzlocke run, but I'm not. Oh, Nimby is the grasshopper one. You're right. And you're also very right that the name could be very fitting. I saw it and referenced it as Kamen Rider. But I'm going to be honest, you're right. Kamen Rider is kind of pseudo Power Rangers, which are pseudo kind of ninja-esque. So I see where you're going. I just completely forgot that was the Pokemon. Because, new one. My brain hasn't had time to soak in the details. Forgive me. It took a goodly time to produce the required materials. Whoa. Sick. These bots are insane. Ah, yes. The move Flame Charge was my muse for those particular pieces. This outfit is everything I imagined it would be. Thank you so much. I feel like that's supposed to be like a masked wrestler thing, and I really need to hype up the energy for her. I merely wished to create a costume worthy of the great infernal Airy. If it aligns with your vision, then I am content. Well, seems our outfit upgrades are all wrapped up then. Thanks a ton, Atticus. I look at that guy and I just think stoner. With you two looking like absolute beasts, anyone who crosses us will be sweating bullets. You're so good at these sort of crafty things, Atticus. Those people are bullying you because you geek out over old-fashioned stuff. They're out of their minds. The way of the ninja is rough and fraught with thorns. I neither expect nor desire sympathy from the unrefined rabble. Ooh, someone's getting fired up. Watch out, world, our Atticus is fighting words. Yeah, don't listen to the haters, Atticus. I think you're already cool. Alright, gang. Let's move on to the next step. It's time to put our backs into battle training so we're all prepped for Operation Star. We gotta be stronger than everyone else in the team. That's what being a boss means. Indeed it does. Henceforth, I will devote myself heart and soul to honing my battle skills. For the sake of the team, I would give my very heart and soul. But I cannot defy the rules. Our code must be obeyed. And so, this badge is mine to keep no more. I entrust it to thy care. Our character's just like this, right? Take this contraption too. It contains a technique that allows one to cover their foes in gunk. I don't remember if Gunk Shot is a particularly good move, but I don't have a lot of good poison options at the moment, so I'll take it. You have utterly bested me, but thy victory stirred no bitterness within me. Such was its brilliance. Don Atticus! My compadre? Well, it seems this fellow's been dying to speak to you, face to face. Don Atticus, please, hear what I have to say. I only need but a moment. Whatever brought you all the way out here? I came to help you. If you don't start going to class again, you'll be expelled from the academy, right? When the other kids and I were getting bullied real bad, you and the rest of Team Star, you saved us. Thanks to that operation you carried out, we were all able to go to school again. If you got expelled for being the good guys, well, that'd be the worst thing ever. Again, we're the baddies! These guys aren't even doing shit too bad. We're helping the guys out. Forgive me. Haven't you heard anything from the big boss? Nay. We've heard not a whisper since that fateful day. Without the big boss, Oh god, is Snake gonna show up? We've got Big Boss. We're getting some, oh god, I can't think. Metal Gear Solid. We're getting some Metal Gears up in here. That's their vehicles. They're riding around in the Pokemon world's equivalent of the Metal Gears. Without the Big Boss, Team Star... Whoa, that became rain real fast. Cannot carry on. And without the team, the bright and merry student life we seek lies beyond our reach. We've no choice but to defend our bases till the Big Boss returns to us. Clive never not makes me laugh. Clive is like the goatest character ever. He's a student just like us, and yet somehow is wielding the power to expel other kids just for not showing up. I just wonder why I could never find Clive when I was in the school. Would have been nice to have met him earlier. I completely agree. Clive was just the secret goat hiding in the background. We could never find him. You evidently trust this Big Boss of yours a great deal. Who exactly are they? In truth, not one of us has met them in the flesh. By their own word, they are a recluse. As with the rest of us, 'twould seem bullying was to blame. That's awful. Though their name and face be unknown to us, they are nonetheless our precious comrade. Our only choice is to maintain our vigils from the bases, awaiting the day of their return. So that's why you don't go to school. But still, don't ever think that Team Star is all you have, Don Atticus. You've got a lifelong compadre in me, and don't you forget it. My compadre. I owe you a great debt. I finished the main story earlier. Game is the best Pokemon game since Black and White, excluding Arceus. I'm making it through right now, and I'm loving what I get to go through. I've said it in every stream so far, and I'm just going to gloss over it real fast. The game is not without its faults, and I do think the people who are pointing fingers at the issues at play are correct to do so, but you can still point at what they did well, and the game is absolutely one of the best they've done in many years. Well, it seems we're one step closer to the truth behind Team Star's truancy and the bullying at the academy. But more importantly, I can't believe I had no idea about these issues the students are struggling with. They have friendships. They hold dear and reasons for acting as they do. I just couldn't see it. It's shameful how oblivious I've been. I believe Team Star to be the one and only treasure in my life. Methinks I may have been mistaken. Yeah, it looks like we're all generally in agreement. The game is absolutely solid at what they're doing. Without question, and I still haven't finished the main story yet. I think what they've done the best, I haven't found much as the grander story, but it's a bunch of smaller pocket stories with characters that are very endearing. And it is the characters that are helping deliver a better experience than some entries that have basically cardboard cutouts. Ro-to-to-to-to-to. Ian, it's me. I take it that Atticus's star badge is now in your possession. I see. Now that its boss has been taken down, the Navi Squad's days are numbered. Atticus. Sorry, I got distracted for a second there again. Now, about your reward. I'll transfer some LP over to your phone, as promised. 6,000 isn't bad. Use those new TMs to strengthen your Pokemon even further. I'll have my supply unit rep meet you shortly to deliver the bonus materials too. Hello, it's me again from the supply unit. Oh, look at I will not be. He just makes me smile. Whoa, what the heck? Look at him, so friendly. Hey, stop that! Somebody help! I don't know what it is, but like the sound he makes, the energy he brings, the expressions that they put out on him, he just makes me smile. Ugh. He drooled all over me. What even is that Pokemon anyway? Isn't he so awesome? Look at him, he's adorable! I guess that's one word for it. Wait. Is it really that special? Before I forget, here's your reward. Hey, Dem, how's it going? Things treating you well? Are we up? Oh, God. I'm realizing that the days have blended together. I don't even know what day it is anymore. It is Tuesday. Did you enjoy your weekend, and did you enjoy the day off between my ability to do streams while I let my voice recover? Alright, we got our new materials to make some new TMs, which I have not been making a whole lot of, but I went through them and I realized something. Something huge for my party. I realized that the new dog Pokemon, the Ghost Dog, I don't know what I'm going to use for like the ideal ghost move, but for type coverage, it looks like it can learn Fire Fang, Thunder Fang, and Ice Fang, and its stat layout kind of leads it towards more the physical attacker. I don't know if there's a new Ghost Fang type move, but I really hope there is, because it could just be my guard dog Bitey Boy, and I really want that. I'm good, watched the football today. Football as in the overseas football, so that would be soccer. I'm sure Dodge can relate to that. He'll understand the influences of soccer a lot more than me. Although my cousin's a big fan, so I do know a little bit secondhand. I'm off to see a few Fiats. I'm over here just like, Dodge, you were overseas, you know a thing. And just like, I hate soccer. What is a Fiat? Oh, soccer. Does the term soccer just offend you? I'm sorry, Dem. Oh, to see a few flats tomorrow for your second year. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. I read that too fast. And an 18 out of 20, that sounds like a pretty good score, actually. I'm sorry I read that as a Fiat, and I was curious what the heck that was. A flat makes a lot more sense. Hopefully you find some good places. Your name's Ian, right? Since you're part of Operation Starfall's battle unit, can I ask you something? What do you think of Team Star? Honestly, I kind of like him, so I'm going to give him a compliment. The energy on the bosses, I'm loving them so much. Interesting. You know, some of the rumors say Team Star wasn't always a bunch of delinquents. Most of them used to be victims of bullying. Or they just found it hard to interact with people. But then these misfits and outsiders, they found each other and banded together to form Team Star. It's like every outside group that has ever existed in every high school ever. I was a part of that! I know this! This is why I love these characters. Well, I missed the first two. So the test I'm on is... Oh, you missed the first two tests. So I'm on 18 of 60. And you need 40 out of 100. So you should be all... Well, if you've got a few more tests to do, it sounds like you should be alright. If they're 20 each, then you have 40 points left to get. Because you've only done 60 so far. And you're already almost halfway there. So yeah, I absolutely have faith, especially given that you scored 18 on just this first one you've taken. So yeah, it sounds like you're going to have no issues. Yeah, I'd imagine that would help you be a little more relaxed going forward. Richard, I'm not a big fan of sports in general, to be honest. I like dodgeball, though, mainly because it's the only sport you're actually good at. Dodge, no, I just dislike the sport. So it's not all sports for Dodge. All they want to do was push back against the bullies they couldn't face alone, but that's just info I got by hacking other students' social media accounts. I also found talk about some secret mastermind behind the 5 bosses. Someone who recruited them to be the team in the first place. I don't normally talk this much. Now my throat kind of hurts. Penny, I relate. So, good luck with taking down the other bases and stuff. Absolutely relatable, Penny. I don't normally, do all this talking, and just 5 minutes of it, and I can already feel my throat burning. Alright, let's go through here and see what we can find. Besides just things that I could theoretically be murdering. Let's see how this goes. Yeah, alright. Let's grab a few items, and I think I need to pass my way through, but I want to head back and heal up at the Pokemon Center. I took a little bit more of a beating in that fight than I initially expected. Where is the center, by the way? Yeah, let me just fly there. It'll be a lot easier that way. I actually used to watch a couple of sports. I'm from Michigan, and it's not too uncommon to realize that when it comes to American football, the Lions, my local team, have a long history of doing absolutely terrible. However, this year they are doing fantastic. So a lot of the big diehard Lion fans are riding high on some strange big dick energy that they're not used to experiencing. So it's kind of funny seeing them on social media absolutely losing their mind right now. However, I will say, when it comes to the... Ooh, hold up, let me get rid of this. I'm gonna work my way back out this way. I want to pass the dragon area, so I'm going to select this, and hopefully I'll see the dragon one on our way. Anyways, I used to be a fan of baseball and hockey. And the two of those were primarily because they were sports that my father was way into. And I never learned a lot about, the baser rules at play for the sports. And I don't think I'm alone with on that with people, you know, it's... Unless you're way into it, you just might not... What Pokemon was that over here? I don't think you're shiny, but for some reason the color looks weird to me. Yeah, it's not shiny, it's just... I think Impidimp is one of those Pokemon where the shiny is kinda close to the default. Anyways, it caught my eye, maybe it's just the shade of the purple. But yeah, I was a big fan of both the Red Wings, our local team. They did fantastic for years and years and years and years. And then, you know, over time, the people who were a long time part of the team eventually retired. Oh wait, no, come back! Oh, it was too late. Too late to pull it back. I was going to try to catch that one. I'm sure we'll find another one while we're running through here. But, yeah, they eventually retired and left the game because, you know, you get old. It's a reality of things. The Detroit Tigers have always been... That's an odd one for a dragon. Have always been a team that does pretty decent. You know, some seasons better than others, but some of the people on their team are definitely enjoyable entertainers within the sport. The only time my brother watched, again, American football, was on his birthday in 2018. The Eagles, the team from Philly, where we grew up, actually won the Super Bowl. Alright. That sounds like a heck of a birthday gift. I'm sure for the people he knows, because it seems like everybody knows somebody who's way into football. Welcome to America. It's the reality of where we are. Ooh, hold up. Is this a fairy-type Growlithe? Yeah, we're gonna go in there, and we're gonna go in there with just the little electric bird that we got. Cletus will have this. But yeah, I'm sure for the people around him, they were excited, I'm sure, to bring that up in the moment as well. Now, is it Psychic or Fairy? Now that I see the one eye, I'm thinking it must be Psychic. Either way, a Psychic Growlithe sounds fun to me. I'm all for it. Growlithe is usually fairly fast, but I think we're a good deal fast. We're going to stick with Spark. I don't think we're fast enough to cover enough distance to make Spark the more inferior move. And Growlithe howling up. He's just going to get himself so strong that he's going to one-shot everything before he really starts getting active. Unfortunately, he didn't live long enough to see that stage. I'm going to try for the Premier Ball. Legends Arceus gave my brother 2 shiny Sneasels on his birthday. Both genders, and they have gender variants. Yeah, I'd say that's a good... Considering that your brother plays Pokemon, I believe you mentioned Arcane Kage is your brother who was here earlier. Given that he plays Pokemon and he has a favorite, and it happened to be his favorite, both types and shinies, that's got to be a universal birthday gift right there. Hopefully, if I'm still playing this game come July, they'll be nice enough to give me that in a Growlithe. I have probably gone through and fought some 300 Growlithe by now trying to find one. No need for a nickname, we're just going to send it to the box for now. But I saw a chance for a different type terrestrialized Growlithe, and I took it. Was not just going to let that pass me by. I don't so much see a lot of Pokemon out in this area that are high on my list for wanting to catch. Which is unusual. There have been at least a few in every area we've gotten to. I'm not even... I could get a Combee or two. I like Combees. But I'm not even seeing a lot of new Pokemon in this area yet. We have the little poison finger guy, and that's about it. Alright, get over here. Please be male. Oh, it looks like he's got a little mustache. Alright, he is not male. And, I guess he's going down. We can't get our new cricket guy in here, which is what I was hoping to find. I will say, I find it interesting that Legends Arceus made finding shiny Pokemon. No, I'm going to keep with the accuracy. I don't like the 80% accuracy. Fire Emblem fans will know that if it's not 100% accuracy, it's 50% accuracy. And I live by that game plan. There we go. Yo, but what are you? But yeah, Legends Arceus made finding shiny so easy. And a lot of people were really excited about that. Anyways, what I was building up to is, in this game, shiny hunting has become... There are a lot of tricks that you can do to really maximize your shiny hunt potential. We are over-leveled, or under-leveled. We are outmatched. That's what I'm trying to get at. which is quite literally the opposite of what I said. Although knowing the level of the wild Pokemon in here is nice to have, because in between streams, this will be a great place for me to grind some experience and... Holy crap! Oh, wow! The 1 HP. Well, we clearly know that we're not going to outspeed this guy at all. Ooh, but the paralysis. Okay, now it's worth healing. Let's Hyper Potion up, get the full heal. Well, I didn't see what that was, and since you removed it, I suppose that is the, for the best, I suppose. No crit? Okay, big crit. Alright, hopefully I can get the one more attack in, because I think the Terastallizing only lasts for like 3 turns. And I'm hoping, by cutting their speed as far as getting paralyzed does, maybe we'll outspeed them, and maybe we'll outspeed them by enough to make Electro Ball a useful move here. Kind of a bit of a gamble. Alright, so it's actually only now about just as good as the other move. But they're hit with the paralysis, so Cletus might not stay in here long enough to see this through to completion. But he has given me the opportunity to do some damage. Alright, I'm going to give it one ball attempt. Is Timer Ball the one that's better for longer fights? Yeah, we've had a couple of fights. Let's try a Timer Ball here. It's not the longest battle in human history, but you know. Apparently it was long enough. And somehow Cletus just Giga Chatted his way through that, being some 9 levels underprepared. The color of the poisonous saliva depends on what the Pokemon eats. Grafai covers its fingers in its saliva and draws patterns on the trees in the forests. I'll be honest, as we're running through here, a part of me initially thought that that was Team Star doing the graffiti on the trees. But once I saw a lot of these guys out in the wild, it became a lot more clear that it's these guys drawing on the trees. Which is an interesting option for them to go through and mark their territory. At least that's what I take it to mean that they're doing, is essentially marking off their territory from others. Let me heal Cletus up. He did so good in there, he deserves it. 1 round, and then a regular potion. Also, you know, take the opportunity to get the experience while we're in here. How much are we getting per? That's pretty good numbers. Let's keep him going. Alright, how am I getting through here? Alright, we got a little... There's Mimikyu! I'm staying in here for a while, I guess. Mimikyu can be found here. My fate is sealed. I stay here until I find one. Oh, nope. Not an item. I look at the mini-map and it's just immediately, I am dedicated now. I'm here for the long haul. Mimikyu is one of my top Pokemon of all time. And he's, oh, I feel a little bad now. He's gonna be able to use like a Thunderbolt, so I can arguably justify getting rid of Cletus from the team, but Cletus has done good work. You know, you kind of want to reward the effort. Yep, there he is. Oh, he's a little baby one. Look at the baby Mimikyu. You are hardcore joining somehow, some way. Oh, let's try just a little spark. Little baby spark. Check near some ruins. That's where I found them. thank you very much for the suggestion. We were able to score one right now. He's going to keep weakening us, and I don't think that's too much of a bad thing. Frankly, electric moves, I think all of the ones I have are physical attack, or special attack anyways. Now he's paralyzed, get him a little weaker. He's already got double team, which is huge for my Mimikyu strat. I ran back in Sun and Moon. Oh, let me see, do I have a Dusk Ball? I have one Dusk Ball. He's paralyzed now, so that's a lot better move. I suppose we'll take the weaker Pluck. There we go. Okay, that's a better number. Just beat the Ender Dragon on modded Minecraft. Minecraft is a game that is unjustifiably hated. I know it's a little old now, but it has so much creativity, and the mod support for it really helps it have some strong staying power. I know a lot of people, you know, kind of are rough on it, but I still to this day like Minecraft. Mimikyu. This Pokemon lives in dark places, untouched by sunlight. When it appears before humans, it hides itself under the cloth that resembles a Pikachu. Do I want to give him a nickname? Oh, it's a her. Alright. We're going to go with, if you guys have watched the old school dot hex sign, there's a character by the name of Mimiru, who is, for their character design, very similar to Black Rose from the games. So, I'm going to go with that for the name. Also wields a giant sword, and we're going to get rid of Slay. Slay is going to go in the box. Slay has not been around enough to particularly be a stapled member of the team. I was super excited. Oh, Greavard. I was super excited to get him, but I've got to make tough choices, and Cletus has proven himself. Look at him! Look at him, the big boy! That is a Power Jaw! Houndstone spends most of its time sleeping in graveyards. Among all the dog Pokemon, this one is most loyal to its master. Okay, I want to get into something here, but I'm going to read the chats first. Oh, you can watch properly now because you just finished the Minecraft. Houndstone and the prior form Greavard, I think, find their origin in an old mythological, I think it's Spanish in origin. There's a mythology about, there would be ghost dogs that would guard graveyards. And what they were done is the dogs would, one dog would be buried at the graveyard, and there's something about some sort of passing over. In the mythology, there's a reason that the graveyard that the dog is put there, and I think it was that the dog was buried as the first body, because something about the first body, manifesting in the area or something, so they wouldn't want it to be a person, they'd want it to be a dog. There's something about, you know, the innate value of human life or something like that. But then also there became a mythology about that dog's spirit being the guard dog for the graveyard. It's a really cool mythology thing. I'd highly recommend looking into it to get the actual details. But there is actually Hispanic, to some Spain something, to the idea of a ghost guard dog. So I find it really cool that they pulled into that and made a whole Pokemon around it. Also, Houndstone is absolutely... He's got the Giga Chad chin. Look at him. What is Last Respects? The user attacks to... Oh! Oh, that's really good! Oh, that would be right up there with the Mimikyu sweep strat! The user attacks to avenge its allies. The more defeated allies there are in the user's party, the greater the move's power. That's really good. Alright, I'm going to get rid of Rest, as much as I like Rest as a utility for healing. So yeah, my Mimikyu sweep, the way it worked was I would actually, well, alright, that was a thing. The way it would work is I would send out Pokemon whose entire goal was to force the opponent to swap, inflict paralysis, and inflict speed dropping stats. The entire goal was when they eventually fell, and the plan was always the rest of the team would be expected to fall eventually. Their entire purpose was the setup for Mimikyu. Mimikyu would come in, and I would hope. No. It was also involved just before sending Mimikyu out. Would be stat lowering maneuvers, you know, sand attacks and so on. So when Mimikyu would come out, they would either have to swap their Pokemon. I would outspeed them regardless, and then there was the chance that they could maybe miss with their move. They could be hit with the paralysis stop. And Mimikyu would be focusing hard on either, if I wanted to push it, double teaming, or what I more often did was Hone Claws. I would Hone Claws, Hone Claws, Hone Claws, Hone Claws, so that whatever I did following was guaranteed to, more or less guaranteed to hit. Okay, I need to swap my party around because these guys are not going to do the job. I want to clear this out. So it would be guaranteed to hit, and all of its moves would be way powered up. The alternative strategy that I eventually built towards, and it worked very well, was Swords Dancing. Because Swords Dancing gave more of an attack boost per shot. And the rest of Mimikyu's moves were built around the same type attack bonus, so it was either a Ghost type move or a Fairy type move. So they would get all of the attack bonuses from Swords Dance. I think Wood Hammer was a third one I had if I didn't have Double Team on the Pokemon in question. So Wood Hammer was for type coverage. Anyways. Ooh, we have Salandits in here. Maybe we'll get lucky and find that. So Mimikyu could come in, do all of that, and when the opponent's move did eventually make contact, which usually I got even on a low end, like 3 turns for that. The point is, eventually when it did make contact with Mimikyu, because of its disguise ability, I don't care what move they hit me with, because of how Disguise worked back in the day, it did no damage. Mimikyu was guaranteed safe for that first shot. Then, I would also give it a, what was it, the Red Sash or whatever. So even if a follow-up move did enough damage to kill it, it would, on the first shot, Mimikyu would survive on 1 HP. This gave me a huge opportunity to set up massive attack buffs. Ooh, that was a weird jump. On Mimikyu. When it finally came to Mimikyu having that one last HP and no other options, Mimikyu was maximum EV and IV for, oh, that's weird. Yeah, get out of here. Was maximum EV and IV for speed and attack. Everything was built around exactly that. For just Mimikyu, that was the only thing I really focused hard on. I loved Mimikyu so much, I wanted to come up with just a power Mimikyu build for a team. And... oh god! Oh god! Oh! Oh no! That was a thing. Anyways, that Mimikyu build strategy won a lot of battles online for me, and a lot of my friends hated it. It was basically like, hey, if we're gonna do a battle, no Mimikyu runs, so I had to... oh, no! He just flew himself off! All I wanted was the item. I guess I'll send a Pokemon out for it. Because we can't be trusted to go get it ourselves. Alright, we're over here, but we can't really get through. So, maybe somewhere back along here there's a cave system to hop us through that. Because otherwise, I don't so much see an easy way across. I could try to go for a big jump and kind of try to glide around this, but I don't think I'll necessarily want to trust myself on that. So I'm going to go back and try to find a cave system or something. Woodhammer is one of my favorite moves. Always run it on Obama Snow. Woodhammer was a fantastic move option for Mimikyu to cover the type varieties that it could run across. Which is why it was, I think, the only even questionable thing that I put on the build as far as like what could I swap out. Like again, Hone Claws for accuracy if they try to lower my accuracy at some point, but or to increase their evasion. But again, that loses out to the realm of, you know, just give me more raw attack if I'm losing my accuracy based on the party lineup and the way the build worked. They weren't going to be doing too much to either raise their evasion or lower my accuracy. And that was such a niche thing, so I eventually swapped that out for Swords Dance. The double team was kind of just early on in the build until I got confident in the way that I had it set up. I really want the item. There it is. Alright, I think I've got both apple types now, so I don't need to necessarily hope I find either or going forward. Alright, nothing off this way. Maybe I was wrong about there being some sort of tunnel system. It seemed to make sense to me. Let me take one last look. Alright, we've got a little bit here that might go into something, but yeah, maybe there just isn't much for an easy way across. Maybe we have to go back to the yeah, I don't know how they want me to get there. My jumps aren't enough to get me up that mountain from anything I saw. But yeah, so eventually what I think I ended up settling on was I think it was because of the physical type option, because it was a physical attacking Mimikyu. I think I ended up going for Play Rough, Shadow Claw, and then Woodhammer. And I think the other move was was Swords Dance, because everything else for the setup, based on when I finally got the feel for how the team played, all other setup was done by the time Mimikyu came in. I actually got by the Fungus Camouflage. I know that the items have big streams of light coming from them, and I still saw the Pokeball pattern and thought it was an item. I accept my fool status. So yeah, even if I don't see an easy way to jump across to the other option, one of the good things about this game that is hugely beneficial to it as it pulls through is I can just as easily say, hey, I'm not gonna... Oh, wait a minute. Yo, wait a minute. Maybe there's something down this way. I can snake around this way. Yeah, maybe. But yeah, even if I get stuck at any point, I can just start going off this direction. And nothing stops me from doing that. What do you guys have going on out here? Apparently nothing? Alright, we've got a body of water here. That I could probably make the jump of, but don't really want to test that right now. Oh, almost went into the tent. But yeah, I was totally expecting to see something for the big jump. or a cave system, and I'm not seeing either. No ledges that look clearly defined to me. So if I can't get past the map system this way, I might just have to go start navigating another direction. Yeah, this just leads back out, so I went all the way around with no clear... Oh, wait, I see. I can take this route. Alright, let me heal up. And this is where I found a few of my new potential party members. Again, I'm still not above bringing in the other doggo boys and going in for the full dog team. There's something about that that does kind of appeal to the child heart in me. But there were a lot of good Pokemon up this way. They were just very high leveled and were risky to fight against. Also, gotta catch one of these. Thinking about the ninja strat, this one makes more sense to me now that we're here. So I think this is going to be a fitting one for Arcana. Just have to get it low enough and then be able to actually catch it, because Sneasels, first of all, I think the last item that we got to help us, the catch bonus stopped at level 30. So obviously this guy's outside of that range. And then Sneasel alone does not have an easy catch rate. Dem, have you looked into any of the new Pokemon recently and formulated any thoughts on potential favorites? I'm still working my way through very slow. Hopefully it can take the bite and keep standing. Absolutely it can. But yeah, I'm curious if you've gotten to know any of the new Pokemon. Do you have anything that jumps out to you as a potential favorite? Just throw an Ultra Ball. I don't want to mess around with it too much, and we don't have a lot of catch bonus. No, but I might get the game at Christmas. Do you know which version you're looking at getting? They have Scarlet and Nexus in this. And as far as the Pokemon in each game goes, for which Pokemon are region specific, I think they did a really good job balancing them, picking who gets what and to what benefits. But as far as the extra flavor stuff, I gotta say I am unfortunately possibly simping a little too hard for Mami Sada. As a man who has prided himself on going a long time, absolutely not doing the simp run, I may have found my weakness. Alright. Ice type. I can justify parting with Cletus because Mimiru has joined the team. Houndstone is staying because he is baby boy and he is staying. He's one of my favorites of the new releases. Yeah, Arcana, I kind of figured you'd appreciate the Sneasel run. But also, you know, sticking with the ninja theme, one of the known weapons of the ninja, at least in mythology, is the claw gauntlet thing. So running off of that on the Sneasel strat, and of course Sneasel's propensity to stay in the shadows, Sneasel just strikes me as the classic ninja Pokemon. And again, I went with the Hokage route on your namesake. I figured you'd get a little enjoyment out of that. These Pokemon, their story on their... Is this the second or the third form? I have seen what their story is, and it terrifies me. These things with their hammer, they run around and just start cracking Corviknight skulls. Why, I don't know. And it just seems like they like murder. You'd think I'd be down for that, but I like Corviknight too, so I'm oddly, you know, torn as for what I'm looking at. Alright, I have the day cycle, one of these guys, one of the Lichen Rocks. I don't have a night cycle. So I want to try and see if I can manage to score that with Richard out front. Well, our physical attack is stronger, so let's see if the weaker special attack, but then the same type bonus balances out well. Yeah, I'd say so. Holy cow, that worked. That was one move. Let's try a quick ball and then we'll swap over to something else. I think quick ball works best if it's like the turn you start the fight. Beyond that now. Ooh, forgot rock type. Richard's flying. Or part flying. Alright, rock type would be bad there. You know who wouldn't be bad though? Mimiru could stand up a little bit, but I think Houndstone's the better one to send in right now. The disguise ability would only work once, and even then, after that, Mimiru does not have a lot of HP to take the beating. Mabostiff is my favorite new Pokemon after quickly looking. We ran into that Pokemon in the story build of the last session, and it broke my heart. I want one. I want to save the one that we found. The game made me fall in love with that Pokemon. And I didn't even know it existed until it came out of the Pokeball, because I have kept myself in the dark on a lot of what the new Pokemon are. Alright, this Lycanroc can go into the box. But yeah, they were just like, so here's this absolute sad story, and we want to break your heart already, and expect that there will be more heartbreaking moments to come with this Pokemon. I hope, and I suspect they will do this, because even though other games will break my heart with dogs, Pokemon tends to take a calmer approach to the sadness that they bring. So I think they are going to give us a good outcome at the end of the storyline with him. Exactly, Richard. Hashtag save the puppy. Same, I saw him and suddenly fell in love. Again, I'm a sucker for the doggo Pokemon, so it already immediately jumped in on that. Ooh, little Salandit. So it jumped in and already, like, fed me on that side of things. I need a male and a female one of these. Let's see if the Bulldoze doesn't do too much damage. Oh, Bulldoze did too much damage. Richard, you don't know your own strength. Calm down. That'll be a fun one to get to. But yeah, they threw the doggo out, broke my heart with him, melted my heart, and now I don't know what to feel about. There is a mixed bag of emotion around that Pokemon, and none of them are bad. They're all good. Just shades of good. I could really use an Ice Fang, but I think I've got to find some... Oh, what are they? They're the shiny Pokemon that Richard mentioned he had already got in his game. The little ice bear. Try Bite just to do a little bit of damage. Alright, that's good. Jesus Christ, little tiny Dano is just beating this Gyarados. But yeah, I've got to defeat those Ice Bear Pokemon to get the TM for Ice Fang, which is the only thing I'm particularly feeling that I'm missing on Gyarados. Cubchoo, thank you very much. Oh, and bringing up that you have found this one as a shiny. I don't know if Dem was here when I mentioned this before, but let me clear out this Pokedex entry. It can't see, so its first approach to examining things is to bite them. You will be covered in wounds until a dino warms up to you. That's a thing. Anyways, I don't know if you were here when I mentioned this, Dem, but after I make it through playing Pokemon Scarlet and I move on to do the Nuzlocke of Pokemon Violet, I am going to be giving away the shinies that I have captured in this game. Right now I have two. I have Spidos, and in between sessions I found a shiny Skidoo. Which, let's see if we can take a summary of it. It's not a lot different, but I love the golden horns. But these two will be given away at the end of the stream. So, hang around and we'll be doing kind of a... I don't know what we'll be doing. We'll find a way to give them away, though. It might just be a first come, first serve if I can't do any sort of... I want... If I can't do any sort of meaningful, specified giveaway. But I think you guys can be respectful enough on the trade systems that you guys would be okay with whoever gets what. What I'd love to do is be able to have enough shinies to give one to every viewer jumping over just to fight something over here. One of you guys are fighting me. Yo, it does give off some Christmas vibes. I kind of see that. I wanted the Gibble. Give me the bulldoze. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Unfortunately, we're just a touch outside of where I wanted the damage to be. I'm gonna... Nope. Luxury Ball stays for something very special. Let's jump in for the Great Ball. We'll try a Great Ball, and if it fails, I'll go for the Ultra. Because I really want to Gibble, and I don't want to have to fight for the catch too long. Dem, depends on if I get the game by then. Dem, you've been around a while. You know I take my time getting through a game. A gameplay session is never as short as it theoretically could be, or arguably should be. Sometimes that's because I take my time with a game, and other time that's because I'm sometimes a brain-dead idiot. But my honesty towards that is why people love me. As much as I don't want Richard to be paralyzed, it's not too big of an issue, because right now I have my heart set on catching this Gibble, I just don't know how I'm going to make it happen. I don't want to do any more damage. Suppose I could try another... Do I have another Dust Ball? No, I only had the one. Okay. We had one turn of attacks. I don't know if it runs off of our turn or the enemy's, but I'll try a Quick Ball, and then I'll try a Timer Ball. Sometimes it's because I'm a brain-dead idiot. That's me, but more than half the time. Frankly, that statement I just read, as I read it, could probably apply to me as well. I think I have pocket nuggets of genius in me. More so, I think what I have is a little bit of wisdom and a decent amount of intelligence. And when the two work together, you see magic come out of my brain. Otherwise, I look like someone who's like licking glue sticks and smacking his head against a wall. And I think that describes an unfortunately large percentage of the population. On the plus side, I don't need to feel as alone when describing myself that way. Look at all the Salandits, wait! I almost rushed in while Richard's still paralyzed. That could have been an issue. Richard, take your medicine. I know it's bitter, but the bitterness means it's good for you. I don't know if there's a way for me to tell which one's male and which one's female when they're little. So I guess I just go for one and hope I get lucky. I still need to catch one regardless, so I can catch a male, but after that I need to find the female. Okay. Yeah, the bulldoze was super effective before. That was my mistake. Let's try a crunch. Frankly, as bad as it would be, you know, most of the time... Alright, we'll try bite next time. As bad as it would be under most circumstances, I might even be okay with getting burned. Just because that reduces our physical attack by a decent amount. Alright, standard bite works. And they're going to go for the poison. Which could hurt over time. But I think we'll be good. I don't think Salandit is necessarily notorious on its catch rate. And I ran through my quick ball! This would have been a time to use it, because again, only one move happened. I return to my prior statement about being a brain-dead idiot. But then about my knowledge of Salandit not being particularly hard to catch. It taunts its prey and lures them into narrow, rocky areas, where it then sprays them with toxic gas to make them dizzy and take them down. Salandit out here just being like the assassin of the group. And again, now I need a... Well, alright, if you guys are fighting me, you guys can come in. Whatever. This one's another male. But these ones, we can start beating to death. Just pick them up by the tail and beat a Salandit with a Salandit. Double Salandit takedowns. Are these all males? I know the females are supposed to be hard to come across, but I didn't... Maybe I underestimated just how rare the females are supposed to be. What I do know is the reason I'm after a female is only the female evolves. And I think it has to do with something about in the lore of the... Oops, no, I needed the antidote. In the lore of Pokemon... The Salandit hierarchy is, I think, matriarchal. So the females are like big powerhouse beefy girls, and the baby Salandits are all simp around for their queen. Much like if there was a bunch of me and Professor Sada. At this point, I know my place. Another male. Well, we're just going to keep beating them until we find one. I'm not going to be in here too long. We've got 3 more that had spawned in from the group earlier. So those are the ones I'm going to check around for. This would be another Pokemon that would be terrible to get a shiny version and you end up with a male shiny, though. There we go, there's a female. Okay. Bite worked on the last one, but just barely. Salandit is apparently rare to catch as a female. So, on the power scale of things, I think I'll send in Houndstone and hit him with a Play Rough just to do very minimal damage. Houndstone is very strong, but physically, but the level difference and the fact that it's going to be not very effective might play to my benefit here. A part of me thought Sneasel would be a good one to send in, but I think the level difference and the fact that it's a fire type would be a little bit too bad of a call to take. The females are like big powerhouse beefy girls. How relatable. Look, I don't remember what session it was, but I ran into a city and immediately saw a beefcake of a chick on the side of the road just like flexing on the rest of the world with all of her gains. And I ran right over like, man, big respect. Say what you will, but there's something about a woman that can kick your ass that's appealing to the caveman brain. Certainly to the barbarian brain. Oh, that one hurt. That one hurt a lot. If I need to, I will revive the Houndstone, because this strategy is working too good not to rely on. Don't be poisoned! Yeah! Okay, so we can go right in for the big heal. In my opinion, ice and fire should be strong against each other. I mean, fire melts ice, ice turns into water when it melts, water puts out fire. I understand that, but that would mean that a move would have to change its typing based on what you're fighting. Ice on its own isn't that effective until it melts, and the move isn't considered melted unless you're doing anime logic. So again, the thought is absolutely there. Hard agree on the thought. But in terms of gameplay mechanics, I gotta say I agree with what they ended up choosing to do instead. You were describing her, not Salandits. If by her you mean Mami Sada, yes, this applies across the board. She gives me intelligent barbarian vibes, and to me that is like the perfect woman. Say what you will, but caveman brain knows what caveman brain wants. And I want a woman that is going to tell me about nuclear physics and also crush my skull between her thighs. Alright, let's super potion up. Immediately, the Houndstone is... I need a regular potion as well. No, regular potion. Immediately, Houndstone came in and showed that he is ready to be a part of the team. Love it. Oh wait, just saw you went from 298 to 306 overnight. Congrats. Thank you very much, Dem. Yeah, that, I think, largely had to do with that short that I put out. What are you? What are you? Get in! Come here! I don't know what you are, but you are joining the party. Or not the party. You are getting caught and being put in a box. I'm sorry that that's going to be your home for now, but it's happening. Anyways. Yeah, the short I put out did fantastic, and I haven't even gone to look at what it's at right now. Let's go with the more great balls. It's all I can afford to throw right now. If he doesn't get caught in 3 shots, though, I'm going to take him out. He's like a mix of a frog dragon, and I don't get it yet. Maybe this will be one of the Pokemon that, like, the next stage makes it more clear what it's supposed to be. I had so much trouble finding one. Finding one what? Oh wait, hold up. There's more to the conversation here. Maybe that's my issue. Also a move from a ROM hack I wish was real from Pokemon Prism. The move was called Boil. It was a fire move that was strong against water. There's a water move called Scald that's kind of similar, and the distinction of it, just had a look, it's over 2,000 views, and holy cow, 125 likes. Wow. Oh, you had trouble finding one of these? Well, now you're telling me I have to catch this one, because I'm not going to find another. But yeah, the follow-up comment helped me understand what you were saying. I guess the game is listening to me. But yeah, anyways, the move that's similar to Boil is called Scald. And again, in context to what it's presenting itself as, I really like. It's just boiling hot water, and so you'll hit him with a water move, but you have a chance of inflicting burn. And I've said it before that as a type damage to inflict, burn is really good because not only does it do damage over time, it also cuts the attacking power of the defending Pokemon. I was kind of right. Frog Dragon, it's Dragon Ice. Okay. A Frigibax absorbs heat through its dorsal fin and converts the heat into ice energy. The higher the temperature, the more energy Frigibax stores. Yeah, I'd be very curious what it evolves into because it's a Pokemon that right now what I'm looking at I question, but it's also the kind of Pokemon that I see could have huge fun potential in the evolutionary line. Oh, thank God. Heal me. Heal me and let me buy items. I'm low on balls, which is not a sentence I tend to say. I absolutely love the Ice type. As an element, Ice type Pokemon for a long time used to be one of my favorites. And that really leaned into my nickname growing up. I've said it before and I've gone into the reasons. My nickname growing up was Santa. And from that, around the time that the Ice types became more available as a typing, I actually grew to really like them. One of my favorite Pokemon, I'm going to buy these in units of 10. One of my favorite Pokemon was actually Delibird. And I loved just the... first of all, it had a mini game in Pokemon Stadium 2 that was one of my favorite ones to play. Because it was the one that had a lot more... Why do I keep paying with cash? Whatever. That had a lot more involvement from the player. You could get in the way of other people. You could push them into something and try to sneak past yourself. You could use the momentum of movement of somebody who is less overburdened than you to help speed you along. It was a game that actually had more to it. And as a result, I very much liked it. And then, of course, the Santa element, the fact that it was carrying a bag, that it had a move where it would give presents. Delibird was one of my favorites for a short while. Can't remember if I healed. Okay, either way, we're healed up now, we know we're good. And my favorite of the 3 legendary birds, it was for a long time Articuno. In fact, I think it's still Articuno. And even when we have the new birds that came into being from... Was that X and Y? No, it was Sword and Shield. Sword and Shield brought them in. I still loved the Articuno that they made. Oh, we have another one of those coin guys off to the right. Let's bulldoze this guy. So yeah, building off of that was a... really helped establish that. What was it? Was Mamoswine around that same time? Because I remember really liking Mamoswine as well. You know, we're going back many, many years to pick out some of the older Ice-type Pokemon. I don't remember if Dugong was Ice-type, but I remember that it got Aurora Beam, which I think was an Ice move, and was one of those moves that I attributed with the Ice appropriation. And so I often had a Dugong on my team as well. Also, you know, Fun Seal Boy is Fun Seal Boy. Alright, we gotta put Hone Claws on the Sneasel. It's just fitting. And I'm not a fan of Fury Swipes because I have bad luck on the dice rolls for getting multiple hits. But yeah, as far as the legendary birds go, I know a lot of people have a lot of favorites around them and strong opinions. Oh, and Suicune was often depicted as being like the Aurora Pokemon. It was like represented by the Aurora Borealis. That was another one that I put on my team. I don't remember if it was Ice type for whatever reason. I want to say it was actually more Wind. despite having access to some ice moves and some water moves. For whatever reason, I attributed it to the ice route and put it on my party as well. Alright, we're in a new area. Let me check the map for a second. Scyther! We got Scythers! And Dittos? We have Dittos. I need a couple of Dittos. I need at least 2 Dittos. One for pure breeding route, and one because Ditto's fun and I just want more Dittos. Literally no other justification for more Dittos other than I want more Dittos. Early on in the Pokemon anime, the Ditto episode with Duplica, who I think is also the same Ditto character trainer that you can meet in the original game. Persian! Anyways, sorry, I got distracted there. I think is the same character you meet, or at least there's a reason to draw the correlation to the Ditto copycat girl in the original Pokemon Red and Blue that you can meet. I'm gonna try to catch the Persian, but I'm only gonna throw 1 ball. If I don't get it, I don't get it. Admit it, none of us knew how to pronounce Suicune the first time we read its name. Not gonna lie, I guessed it right my first time, but a lot of people had a lot of strong opinions on how to pronounce it. I went with Suicune, a friend of mine went with Suicune. One of our friends had watched a music video in which someone had parodied a Pokemon song, and they were like writing a note, and it was like, I don't know how to pronounce it. Suicune, Suicune, Saikune, Suicide. Anyways, it was written down on the note how to pronounce it, and or the different ways, and Suicide was one of them. And so he always called it Suicide. A lot of the old... I think I caught 2 other versions of this, but I don't have this one. A lot of the old, back in the days of cover artists, back when they would do parody songs. For example, I know Nathan Sharp made a good name doing several really good ones. I kind of wish that was a trend still hanging around, because my god, there were some funny ones that came about. Since I just mentioned it, one of my favorite ones that was done was by Nathan Sharp, who had done, was it Katy Perry's Blank Space or whatever? And he made a Death Note parody around it called Blank Page. I've got a blank page, baby, and I'll write your name. I wish that trend was still going, because there was a lot of just fun, goofy things that a lot of talented people did. Tropius! My dino boy. Tropius has not been prevalent in a game in a very long time, it seems. Suicune! Yeah, that would be a soccer goal reference. The goal that... What game was that infamous clip from, where the guy runs with it and he drags it on so long? For all I know, that might even be a parody that I'm thinking of. But I will say, there is going out with my cousin when there's a big soccer game going on, and it's me, him, and a bunch of his friends that are also into soccer. One thing I will say, absolutely, I don't like the damage. I'm gonna try it. Hopefully it's a low roll and it'll hold on. Hold strong! And it went down. Anyways, one of the things I'll say about soccer fans that I have a lot of respect for, it is no secret that I am a fan of people who bring big positive energy into things. It's one of the things I try to promote heavily myself. Got a Persian over there. At this point, I'm looking for a Scyther and I'm looking for a Tropius to catch in this area. Is that soccer fans will feed off of positive... They'll feed off of negative energy as well, especially if their team starts losing, but when things are going well, the positive energy is, like, palpable. It is big, fun, hype energy, so even when I'm not, like, I don't care about the game either way, being amongst them when they're riding high on a victory. There we go. Let's get in here. We're gonna get this one. Okay, you know what? I'm not catching this Mabostiff. I need a male. Because Dem, I am naming the Mabostiff I catch after you. But I think I can catch one of the puppies if it's a male and go with it. And look at him. Even the puppies are adorable. Again, look at that fighting spirit. But yeah, it's spending time with soccer fans can be a pleasurable experience, especially when you're going out to a pub with them. Someone that's a former friend of mine made a parody of the Fresh Prince theme based on Dragon Ball Z History of Trunks. I don't know if the one I saw was off of the History of Trunks, but there is a Fresh Prince of Vegeta, where it's Vegeta doing the Fresh Prince parody. And I remember that one being really funny. It was actually good. They never uploaded it to YouTube, though, sadly. Okay, so it very much would not have been the one I saw. But there is a Vegeta one, and I remember it being very funny. One of the lines was, as I sit on my throne with my ridiculous hair, or something like that. Referencing Vegeta's unfortunately serious Widow Peak. You are not going to scare us off. We have big level advantage on you. Fingers crossed the bite doesn't do too much damage. Always when you don't want it! Always when you don't want it. Hopefully we can find another. I almost went to the pub today for the England versus Wales. As an English person living in Wales. Which, by the way, Wales is where he was here earlier. Dodge Dusk is Welsh. So, would be kind of funny if you ran into him in the pub. I know the man is prone to enjoy the occasional drink. As an English person living in Wales, I'm not sure yeah, if they wanted to get a little hyped up on the hype sauce, you could run into some trouble. Oh, any clue whereabout? I don't know where specifically he is. But he streams on Twitch, and he plays into the Welsh motif fully. In fact, his character started out as a 2D sprite image, kind of playing off of Starwolf from Star Fox, and someone he knows made a 3D model that he currently uses. And its thematic play is off of a Welsh Corgi. As far as where he is specifically, like I said, I don't have any clue beyond him being out in Wales somewhere. This Pokemon has my second favorite cry right after Starly. This one, the Mastiff, it always scowls in an attempt to make opponents take it seriously. But even crying... Oh my god, this is fun! This is adorable! But even crying children will burst into laughter when they see his face. Why are you beyond adorable? Anyways, we're gonna bring Dem into the party officially. Alright, we've got Ash, we've got Arcana. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Hear me out. I have a lot of time with Mimikyus, and I am going to enjoy more time with Mimikyus. But for the purposes of a playthrough, I'm doing this out of necessity, not out of want. I love that they just bark. I mean, they're a doggy boy. What are they gonna do, you know? Okay, I admit, Mavestiff is probably mad that I took one of the puppos. Oh, and he comes in rocking with the Intimidate, which is a Pokemon ability I really like. I didn't catch that the first time we ran into one. But, you know, we're gonna play the respect game, and we're gonna leave it be. Alright, I still need to, first of all, heal my Pokemon up. And I need to catch a Scyther and a Tropius. I am more interested in the Tropius because, again, looking for Pokemon I haven't gotten to spend a lot of time with recently. And Tropius has been out of the game for a while. Meanwhile, Scyther we got quite a bit of time with in Legends Arceus, and even the evolution to Kleavor, which is a very fun evolutionary line for it to have. Again, Caveman Barbarian Brain was super happy at Kleavor. Now let's head a little further down, see if we can't find one. Yo, we got a Sawsbuck over here. Still nothing on the Scyther and Tropius front. If we make it to the Pokemon Center, we make it to the Pokemon Center, but I'm keeping my eyes open. I want one. Of each. And then maybe we hop down there and try? Are they also available down that? Yo, hold up. We got a lot of good Pokemon in this area. I am gonna like hunting around this field. Tropius! Get over here! Don't you go taking off. Alright. The crunch was too much last time. Let's try the bite. Bite will work just fine. Gotta be careful though, the grass typing could be a problem for Richard. Luckily we're right near a Pokemon Center. Okay, good. I don't remember if... I don't think it can work because we're a higher level, but I don't remember if that's a hard and fast rule. I know that's the way Roar used to work, so I assume it still does. I don't know Whirlwind. There we go. Very nice. And I think in this city, I'm gonna check it out. I think there might be a Pokemon gym. It lives in tropical jungles. Oh, this is not a tropical jungle, but I'll take your word for it, Pokedex. The bunch of fruit around its neck is delicious. The fruit grows twice a year. That's gotta be delicious. They look like bananas. I have not met a single person who is not... The only reason they don't like bananas is because they are allergic to them. Beyond that, I have not met someone who legitimately hates bananas. They might not be their favorite fruit, but it not being your favorite is very different than you hating it. Persian, get away from me. I don't want to fight you, Persian. I'm going to go heal up before we go trying to find a... Ooh, wait. What are you? A little stork Pokemon. Bring me the baby. Get down here. Clearly no baby in the sack, but that's exactly what they're going for. It's a stork that carries someone or something. Let's try for the water pulse. And they call it Bombardier? That's a fun name. Now I'm thinking it carries rocks and it just drops them on Pokemon. Is that... What is that in the background? Is that a cooked bread Pokemon? I want to get over there. I'm not messing around. Go for the Ultra Ball. Is it cooked dough? Is that what that is? Bombardier, get in the ball. I thought Whirlwind was like a 10% chance for Wild Ones escaping you. Could be wrong. I recall Roar doesn't work if you're over the level of the Pokemon using it. Again, I might be wrong on that. This might be like one of those old rumored things from way back in the day. But I think the rules on Roar have changed. I don't know if Whirlwind ever had that approach. It gathers things up in an apron made from its shed feathers, added to the Pokemon's chest feathers. Then drops those things from high places for fun. Like I said, just dropping rocks on people. That's kind of cruel, but also kind of funny. And I'm kind of here for that. The cooked bread boy. I could do the full dog team. I just have to go get a Houndoom. What? What? I was so hyped for my cooked bread doughboy. I want a Ditto. I'm not mad at the Ditto. I just thought I was getting a cooked bread doughboy. Okay, but now the Garrett... I guess we'll try biting it and hoping for the flinch. Ditto outplayed you. I legit got played by the Ditto. You're not wrong. I got played by the Ditto and immediately was just... My brain, my heart. What just happened? Alright, Ditto is low enough. We can go for the catch here. The crunch hurts. What do we have here? Nest Ball? We are not high. Okay. It turned into a Gyarados. Do you think the water type on the transformed Ditto will play into the usefulness of a dive ball? Let's see how close this gets, because this would be kind of funny. Alright, nope. I'd imagine it doesn't. It'd be fun, though. It'd be an interesting additional mechanic for them to rely on. Every Ultra Ball I've tried so far, I think, has failed me. I called that before it even happened. Oh, Richard, nice hang on. Let's heal those injuries a little bit. Every Ultra Ball I've tossed out has been garbage. Oh, Richard, that's cruel. That's good information to have, but that's cruel of them. Apparently, shiny Dittos will look like Pokemon that aren't shiny, and when you encounter it, it'll turn into the shiny Ditto. Very difficult to shiny hunt because of that. That sounds devilish. See, look, I threw 2 Ultra Balls and it's just like, fuck it, it don't do shit. 1 Great Ball and he hops right in. He's in his happy place. Alright. I got outplayed by the Ditto. You're not wrong. I should have given it like a stripper name. Would have been very, unfortunately, justified for what Ditto tends to be used for. Don't want to fight the Meowth. I want to find another cooked bread doughboy. And no one out there try and tell me that's not what Ditto is most commonly used for. We all know it to be true. We might have opinions around, well, you know, how we feel about it, but you can't deny it. One day I will hunt a Max IV Shiny Ditto. One of the only Shinos... Shinos? Wow. That almost sounds like a slur. One of the only shinies you want now. I don't know if I can get a Max IV. Okay, we gotta cook bread. Bread boy! Again, he's all barkies. And his name is the Dash Bun! Oh, that's adorable! Why are you jiggly, though? What is wrong with you? Are you okay? Too much yeast in the bread? Take a bite out of him. But yeah, a Max IV Shiny Ditto would be a hard one because that's a lot of things to line up perfectly. But Max IV Dittos are very useful for doing the breeding route to get Pokemon that you specifically want for certain elements. Again, when I did my Mimikyu run, I bred that Mimikyu that I ran with, and I did not have max IVs, but I did have them at their highest possible for specifically speed and attack, and that's what I went with. Because I needed my Mimikyu to outspeed anything after the setup, so that when it was down to the 1 HP, it would hit first, it would hit like a truck, and it would one-shot anything it ran into. Some counters existed, but again, because of the setup, quite often I could get 2 shots in before they could reliably land 1. Wow, it has reduced our attack by a lot. I guess we'll try Crunch now. It's barely any stronger at this point. It's laughing at your muscles, Richard. The baked loaf doggy is laughing at your gains this whole time. And now it's putting the protein powder in its mix. It's just beefing itself. This move pool is kind of nice, not gonna lie. Dash Bun is running some high strats right now. I still don't know why it's bouncing so much. It's hopped up on too much active yeast. Don't take it out! Alright. I should have realized her attack was low enough as it is, but I'm wincing either way. The timer ball might be a good one to go with. I didn't even know this guy was out here, but already I've got a lot of Pokemon I want to go catch. Alright, let's try the timer ball. See if we get lucky with it. Last one worked great. Is that why it's glitched? The ground, it doesn't know what it's standing on anymore? The timer ball didn't know where the ground was. Why should the Dash Hound? Dash Bun. Dash Hound's the dog. The pleasant aroma that emanates from this Pokemon's body helps wheat grow. So Dash Bun has been treasured by farming. Okay, I'm gonna go to the Pokedex. I've got to talk about this for a second. Go in. And let me come on. Oh, that's a good picture for him, though. Get away from me. I don't want to murder you. So Fido is the pre-evolved form, and I already have a Fido, and I want to look this up. Okay, let me pull to the side here. Let me pull up the Pokedex. I'm gonna scroll through and I'm gonna find it, because I think I have to go through here. It's not too far in, I don't think. Honky Kong. Oh, where's Fido? Okay, here we go. So In the world of the Pokemon franchise, there are Pokemon that become valuable in the economic stance, and they actually show this in some of the animated series. There is something about these two that I really hope they show off. In here, the yeast in Fido's breath induces fermentation, meaning Fido, as a dough Pokemon, would be fantastic in a brewery. I brought this up when I caught Fido, and I kind of hope they hint at that in some way, shape, or form. In this game, maybe we find a brewery. In the anime, maybe there's reference to somebody who's, you know, got a family lineage doing that. You don't have to hardcore reference the alcohol per se, but you could be a little subtle with it and make a reference to it, because that being a thing would be huge as far as people doing their own brewing. Then, you have the follow-up with Dash Bun being... They even say it in the Pokedex entry. Huge alongside farming villages. This Pokemon existing helps wheat grow is huge. And I would love to see some of that stuff referenced and explored in greater detail. Alright, I still have a Scyther to go find. But I'm going to heal up first. But yeah, a lot of that extra little flavor text to help flesh out the Pokemon world and show how Pokemon and humans have evolved to grow and live amongst each other, both as in the way that is commonly referenced, but also in ways that show that there's more to it than just the battling trainer dynamic. That's that subtle extra story stuff that I love seeing brought up in the world of Pokemon in their outside influences. That was just a moment for me to dig deep into the nerdiness, so apologies if some people saw that a little negatively, but it's small things like that that I love seeing. I like the world building aspect, and I love seeing it at play. It was also why seeing Giovanni with the Persian, it's assumed that Persian didn't battle. That Persian was all about a status symbol, and a status symbol from the evil villain guy with petting the cat as the classic trope, and having it feel so mobster by being something more exotic and down the wild Pokemon. I have a Mankey, I don't need a Primate right now. Down that approach, it was one of those small flavor text things that was awesome to see. Ooh, we got some Hunch Crows. Got another one of my Toady boys, my Toadstools. And I fell for it again. Again, I fell for it. The fungus is too strong for me. Let's see if we can't just bite right through it. With a critical hit, we absolutely can. But again, the spores. Alright. I've got to find a Scyther. It's got to happen. I need one. Where is the paralysis heal? There we go. Song and dance every time because I'm a fool and I keep trying to pick up the Pokeball that at this point I should know is not a Pokeball. And right there I almost didn't see him. That would have been me running over him just because I'm blind. Alright. I think we're getting too far from where the Scyther could reliably spawn. So I'm going to work my way back this way and hopefully run into one. Oop. Breloom. The Punching Mushroom. Very fun back in the game that it came out in, which I think was Ruby Sapphire. A lot of people had fun with the Breloom. I actually didn't see a lot of people overly loving the mushroom stage that it had before. What was it, like Shroomis or something like that? Not a lot of people I know were absolutely hyped about that, but my friend Jeremy was huge with Breloom. So it is a little mushroom boy was kind of meh. But the second it could start throwing hands, he was all kinds of hyped about it. Alright, I've got some Pyroars up here. I'm just going to sneak past you guys. I don't want to fight you. Totally could. I could just send Richard in there and start mauling up the place. He'd tear through you guys like wet tissue paper. God, I want more of the Cyclizars. They're just so fun. I still don't see a Scyther up here. We're in the area. So, even if it's a rare spawn, I know it's possible here. Whoa, hold up. You look more green. Are you shiny? You are shiny! And you are more green! Alright, well, this has to be very carefully fought. I ran right past him and just turned around with a double take. Like, hold on, something looked different there. And I am gonna name this guy after Kamen Rider. I think it's K-A-M-A-N, but because I'm making the reference, I need to clarify this. K-A-M-E-N. Fair enough. Alright, we're going to go with one more bite. Because I am not going to deliver a death blow here. And I don't want to risk a critical hit. If it does something to knock my my attack way down, I might go for it again. Do I have anything with like a Thunder Wave or a Yawn? No. All we have is things that are too dangerous to play with. Try the Netball. Netball works on bugs sometimes. Close but cigar? Yeah, okay, that joke's over my head. I assume close but no cigar, but what do I know? I don't even know how to spell Kamen Rider. Oh, it was almost there! I'll try the Nest Ball. I don't have trust in it. And then I'm going to move on to Premier Balls. As I said the first stream, critical hits always come when you don't want them. Never when you need it. Better to not risk it. Absolutely, I am not going to risk it. I have 3 Ultra Balls. I kind of want to catch it in an Ultra Ball because it's got that yellow color scheme going on. So if the Ultra Balls fail, I'll go to the Premier Balls. I should, in theory, have plenty enough balls to make this happen. And I will mean that in the double entendre way. Close but no cigar implies that you didn't get something. You were close to missing it, but then noticed before you missed it. So okay, okay. Yeah, Kamen Rider tried to run past me. Or, I tried to run past it. But I turned around. I saw my mistake. Although the legendary punching in my own face that would have come from me running past it when it's a more obvious one. I might forgive myself if I run past something that is hard to tell. But this one's a little bit more obvious. Again, this will be a Pokemon that will be sent out after the game plays. Get in the ball! Man, hold up. Let me check something. All of those are too strong. Quick attack, maybe? But I mean, even these aren't very effective, so they're reduced by quite a lot. And they're just too much. They're too much damage. Oh man, and it's so fast. Payback would get the extra damage bonus, so then all of a sudden this, no good, too strong. All of these, no good, too strong. Oh no, my strength has become my weakness. Houndstone is all about big damage. Don't want to do that. Nope. No. Just gotta stick with it. Hold true. We got enough throwing. I will run out of balls before I actually strike this thing. No! So close! Exactly! It was so close too! It was there! I was holding my breath! Shiny Jigglypuff, which I caught in Let's Go Eevee, I wouldn't have even noticed if not for the noise you hear when a shiny appears in the game, and I saw that caught, but I'm still reading. Only difference was its eye color. Yeah, ones like that, I might forgive myself if I pass over. Alright, so we know it's already going in. K-A-M-E-N. Can I fit Rider? I-D-E-R. Oh, I can even put the space. One last time to double check to make sure that my spelling is correct. Yes, K-A-M-E-N, Kamen Rider. Mandatory to stick with the name. Send to the box. Oh, Dem! Dem, you're getting the big strong boy! Look at him! That could not have been better. We caught the shiny. Dem evolved. He got his gains. This Pokemon can store energy in its large dewlap. Mabustiff unleashes this energy all at once to blow enemies away. The freaking cannon shot, too. Let's go! Love it. Now we just gotta get Weavile. Although, maybe we keep Sneasel as Sneasel. I don't know. Arcana, what do you feel like? Sneasel or Weavile? Which way you want to go with it? The comeuppance. Oh, I love it. Mabustiff coming up. We're gonna give you them comeuppance. The user retaliates with much greater force against the opponent that last inflicted. Oh, you strike me down, but I come back stronger. It seems like it's just a better payback. So maybe I'll get rid of payback. I've got to keep Crunch, and I want to give it some type of type coverage. And it's all about the beefy strength. Its special attack is even lower, so it's all about just hit hard. Hit like a truck every time. Every time you hit something, make it hurt. Personally, I usually stick with Sneasel. Well then, I am going to stick to that. Frankly, I think Sneasel looks like a better Pokemon anyways. And I think I have... No, I have a Float Stone. Okay. I thought I had the Stay as a Baby Stone. Apparently I don't. So I might have to be slapping the B button for a little bit. I think they call it an Everstone. Is that what the item's called? It's been a long time since I've bothered using one. The last time I used one was when I was playing, I don't remember what game. And I was using, I was trying to beat the Elite Four with just a level 100 Magikarp. By the way, I did it. It's doable. It's not easy. But it is doable, and it's a fun little self-challenge. Wait, hold up. before I take another step, absolutely save my adventure. I don't have the autosave on, so I have to, after every major moment, I've got to do this. Double save, because paranoia is a real thing. Alright. We have the shiny low kicks. Wait, hold up. Is he already in the... Oh no, I've been putting Pokemon in the wrong boxes! Oh no! Alright, Mimiru goes with the rest of the Pokemon that are looking at party stat. So they sit in box... Oh, we'll put them in box 8 still. But down here with the mystery gift Pikachu. Ditto's a big deal, but you are not party big deal. Sorry guys, I'm cleaning up my box because I am a fool. Okay, box 4 is where they're going to load in at. Come on, yep. Gotta select them all. Common Rider stays here. Slandit, box 4. Down here, sure. Slandit, box 4. Down here, sure. I'm not waiting for the box to load while I have safe spots to throw them in. I'll clean them up beyond this later. Tropius, box 4. One down. I think I'm good with that. Gibble. I read Gibble and I think back to... Does anybody remember... God, what was that show? iCarly. They had the character Gibby. I hear that actor has had a lot of trouble separating himself from his childhood acting days, playing the character Gibby. And I respect the want for him to distance from a character he no longer plays, especially when the character was portrayed as kind of the kind of gag character. So I'd understand someone wanting to separate themselves from that. Alright, now we can do a little bit of box cleanup while we're in the proper location. Frigabix might end up becoming a party line. Not sure yet. I've got to evolve it, and I've been doing the evolutionary runs. I'll show you the box work. I've been doing some work on figuring out what I want and what I'd want to do with that as I go through in between sessions. So right now we should be filling up the box per standard. And again, I am saving once more because paranoia around losing shiny Pokemon that I've promised to give people. And Sneasel, I think, needs a Razor Claw to evolve. Well, that's great. I guess I don't need to give it an Everstone. Told my girlfriend about being a Pokemon with a pic of him, and she said, it looks like you, being a grumpy. I love the dog Pokemon, so I've got to say, I think you've picked a good favorite. Beating the Elite Four with a level 100 Magikarp is actually really easy if you bring a knife. Richard, I respect the energy, but you're in America. I'm in America. You don't need a knife. We've got bigger and better tools. Alright, let's run our way, see if we can't find a Scyther back down here. Give it a once-over. Yo, who are you? Oh, that was a pig. I saw the tail and thought it was something with a neck to a head. That reminds me, the evolved Girafarig is in this game. And the idea that Girafarig's both heads form together and it ends up looking like a Girafarig in a hoodie is fucking adorable. Again, as a new lineup for an old Pokemon, I love the idea of that. You've basically put Girafarig in a big hoodie, and it's adorable beyond belief. I also want to tell you guys about what's going on coming up. I am going back to work. I've got to do some prep for all that tomorrow. So I won't be able to stream tomorrow. I might be able to stream Thursday or Friday. I'll be getting another stream in before the week's over and we're past the weekend. But then the 5th, I am very busy in. And then it's back to a normal work schedule. And I will be streaming this game whenever I can, wherever I can. Until I reach the end point, I give away the shinies, which are growing in number. And then we plan for a Nuzlocke to follow. Anyways, I'm going to wrap it up here. I think that was a great thing to end off on. The evolution, the shiny catch. That's a perfect place to cut it here. And I think this gentleman that we see the back of his head here on the minimap is going to be the gym leader of this area, and we will tackle that when I launch this game next. Thank you so much, everybody, for stopping in. Have a good... Oh, wait, hold up. Use this knife on Oak in the first town. Dem goes for the throat. Holy cow. Actually, on that note, there was a ROM hack of Pokemon Blue called Pokemon Knife version. Pressing B used a knife and it would kill human... Oh my god. Although that was a pretty weak ROM hack because that was the only difference with it. Also, if you killed a gym leader before getting the badge, you wouldn't be able to get the badge. Anyways, thank you so much, everyone, for stopping in, and thank you for the compliment, Arcana. Hope to see you guys next time. Hopefully, in between, you guys will have a blessed time with yourselves, and, yeah, enjoy it. See you next time.